Hey everyone, this is the second podcast, special edition though for the World Cup. I'm here, host Samson, and these are my two guests. You guys can introduce yourselves.
My name is Yoni.
Adel.
How are you guys doing today?
I'm doing well. I'm happy the World Cup started,
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm glad to be here.
How about you, Adel?
I'm happy to start. I'm mad that it's in the winter, but World Cup's still World Cup.
Yeah, that was what I was gonna say. I was wondering, as this is the first World Cup in the winter, like, how do you guys feel about this? During school and whatnot. Are you guys adjusting well, or?
For me, obviously with school it's hard. Like, we're so used to World Cup in the summer, and I guess it's just hard. Watching all the games on time. There's games at 5 a.m., 8 a.m., 11 a.m. So, yeah.
For me, yeah, it's quite different. I'm used to the summer World Cups, of course, like anyone else. But I guess it's different. I would rather be summer, but we'll see if it lives up to the expectations.
Yeah,
I feel like there's unnecessary criticism over Qatar, in my opinion.
Really? What do you like? Specifically, what?
I feel like they're doing a good job, hosting the World Cup. But people in media, the English, but the Western medias and stuff, I feel like there's a good amount of unnecessary criticism because, of course, it's the first time. It's not a Western country, so whenever a country that's not highly rated hosts, there's usually some criticism. But I think they're doing a good job so far. People are enjoying it. I know it's during the heat. And FIFA gave it away. I don't know if it was corrupted or not, but at least they're doing the best, of my opinion.
Yeah, from what I've seen, through TikToks or I'll see people's Instagrams if they're there. It looks like it's a really nice event, even beyond just the soccer aspect of it. Yeah, the things that they're doing. I saw yesterday, they had the World Cup trophy on a UFO basically. Right? Just presented for the fans to see during nighttime. I was like, wow, this is
Yeah, for sure. For the fans, they're obviously gonna show out, and there's gonna be a lot of stuff due to their budget.
Yeah.
But with the players, I don't think it'll be that enjoyable for them. Or I think
you don't think so?
Yeah,
I feel like they're
leading up to it. It's hard with the league, so there's gonna be fatigue and stuff. So.
That part I agree. Yeah. That part was where I agree. I think it's too close. The league just ended a week ago.
And
all these injuries too. That was the main.
Lining up day by day.
That's very much unfair for the players, in my opinion.
Yeah,
there's a lot of players that we wanted to see the World Cup that are not participating. That would be a huge miss. For example, today Senegal lost.
Yeah,
they're missing Mane.
Imagine if Mane was playing, right?
Yeah, that's a huge loss, not only for Senegal, for Africa. So
Yeah, of course. Yeah, when I was watching the game today, I just saw Senegal. They played very good, and it was just their attacking that was the problem. Yeah. In my head, I literally said if Mane was playing, this would not be the case.
They would have had a lead early on.
Exactly right.
100%. Mendy not being in a good form didn't help as well. What did you guys think of the game?
To be honest, I think Senegal was the better team. I feel both teams, they attacked evenly, on both sides of the end. But I guess you could say Netherlands, they got lucky at the end, to be honest.
I agree. Especially from the beginning, I saw some shakiness from De Jong. I don't think he started out great.
Yeah.
And I saw Senegal putting that pressure early on. But, it just takes a few minutes just to turn it around. You saw those last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Netherlands just completely killed the game off.
Yeah, they definitely did. I feel like they have more experience in these big stages, so
just more quality. Yeah.
More quality helps, especially in the last 10 minutes.
Exactly.
Second half, and we saw it today with the USA with the other match,
the Wales and US game,
and US game as well. First, I think for me, first half USA dominated.
Yeah.
You guys watched that game as well?
Yeah, I watched that game fully. I didn't watch the whole of the Netherlands game, but the Wales game. USA started off strong. It was a great from Pulisic, but I think towards the end, and also the referee was not as, in my opinion, I don't think the referee was doing that good of a job. But yeah, like you said,
I agree.
Similar to the Netherlands game, I think just Wales completely turned it around and ended up pressuring them towards the end, and they got the equalizer.
For sure, I agree though. I think the referee was giving yellow cards for days.
Yeah.
Easily,
That was the opposite. I feel like that was the opposite of the Netherlands and Senegal game. There was actually a lot of physical play there, but the referee wasn't as hesitant to give the yellow card. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Were you guys surprised with the USA result? Do you guys think USA would have like played out this well, or like you were expecting the result?
Me, not really, because I'm not really a fan of USA's coach. I don't think he's the man for the job. So, and bringing on, I think he brought on. I forgot who they brought on, but I feel like whoever they brought on for,
I think they brought. I think
that should have been Gio Reyna. I think Gio Reyna has.
I was very surprised Gio didn't start.
I thought that should have been him going in there, but that's just his decision, and I didn't agree with it. So that's probably why they didn't deserve the win, or they didn't.
Were you surprised with Timothy Weah's performance? Or?
No, not really. I mean, his background, his dad is such a great player.
Yeah, his dad is an icon.
He's doing good in France. I mean, playing in France at that young of age is, it speaks for itself. So
for sure, he speaks for Lille. Like, he plays for Lille.
Yeah,
I don't think they're doing quite well this season, but like, even like playing for Lille is a big deal.
At a young age,
and he had like his dad is such an icon. He's the only African player that has
Ballon d'Or.
That's legendary.
That's legendary.
I was actually talking with him earlier. I was like, do you think he should have played for the US team, right? Mm-hmm. And he was like, I don't know, because I was like, if I were in his position, I would play for like my country, like the Ethiopian national team, over like the US, right?
Yeah, I would just say in his situation, because US, we don't see US going that far, so I feel like just me, if I was in that situation, US or Eritrea, it's better to support your true home country.
For sure, especially for Timothy Weah's situation. Yeah. It's quite delicate because his dad is actually the president of the country. Liberia. So like, imagine your son. Like, imagine my prime minister's, your president's son is not even representing your own country. That's quite wild, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
That's crazy, But like, he's doing well at least because he has a big name on his shoulder, and at least he's performing for his nation. Because I think he lived in New York, when he was a child, and I mean it's quite nice.
By the way, to get into this subject, I was wondering, who did you guys have winning the tournament?
Man, I think this year will be quite tough, but I think Brazil will edge it for me.
Brazil, really?
I also have Brazil. It's between Brazil and Argentina for me, but I have this personal bias, and I want to get into between Brazil. So between Neymar, Ronaldo, and Messi, who do you think needs it more out of everyone?
I think. Well, in my opinion, this is obviously I want Argentina to win, by the way, but I feel as if. To be real honest, I feel like Ronaldo would benefit off it more if he won the World Cup. But I think Messi is going to do it. Because I feel as if I think both have already won tournaments for their respective like continents, right? So like now I feel as if like Messi, in my opinion, was always the better player, but Ronaldo right now is going through a little bit of a difficult situation, with their club and whatnot. So I would feel as if him, winning this World Cup would really like maybe change perspective on how the club treats him, or like the relationship on that part.
That's a good point.
How about you guys?
I think definitely Ronaldo would benefit more.
Yeah.
The GOAT status.
Yeah.
If he wins it. But will he do it? Portugal's team is strong enough to do it. I don't know. I'm a Man United fan, so I think there's quite a lot of players in that team that are Man U players. So but with the situation with Ronaldo and that,
didn't United sue him?
It's not official. They're planning to.
They're planning to, right? Yeah. Maybe because of the tournament, they're not like...
They're trying to terminate his contract. That's what I'm hearing.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But
it's quite wild.
So for me, I would say Neymar would benefit more. And the reason why is, as you said, Ronaldo and Messi, they both have won it internationally. For me, Neymar has been one of the most disrespected players in this generation. A lot of critique for a player that good. Like I've been 100%. I advocate for Neymar. Like I was disappointed I hear from both sides. I was disappointed with the injuries, the lackluster appearances. But for me, he is generational. One of the best Brazilian players. Yeah. One of the best. If he gets this
top 3 for me.
He's the best Brazilian player of all time.
Oh wow!
Wow,
are you for real?
For real, he surpasses.
That take is
I think he's already better than Ronaldinho.
You think he's better than Ronaldinho?
For the numbers speak for itself. I mean, he has the flair. I don't want to be like a super stat guy, but for me, the numbers are clear. He just needs that international success, and for him, and even with the season he's having right now, he's Ballon d'Or locked. If he gets World Cup, I think
think
he's
so
locked for
too.
Ballon d'Or.
Right?
think
Yeah,
so.
yeah. With the season he's having club wise,
Yeah,
for
if he
sure.
keeps going, because this season now it's not like a calendar year. I think for the next World Cup. So just if you go by the season, I think if he keeps going with the World
For
Cup,
sure.
yeah. It's
For me, is what I think Neymar is probably the most disrespected player
yeah.
of all time. We can even say that. I can even go.
I
as
think
far as that.
especially after like Mbappe, I feel like after he got like Rose, I feel as if Neymar, you know how Neymar was like the young generational kid, you know what I mean? Everyone was looking up to him. I feel as if like a lot of young players came after that 2014 World Cup. I felt as if like Neymar didn't really get the respect like you guys said that he deserved.
Even
you
if it
know?
wasn't his fault, he got injured too.
Yeah,
but he still gets that. He's the face of the team essentially, so he gets that.
The media battered him, you know, because they're saying
he's such a target for the media. Bro.
He's such a target because it's easy, you know. He's a flair player when you always flair players.
There's a lot
Especially
of hate with
nowadays.
them, yeah.
There's a lot of hate with
The
them,
English
man.
bias too. You know, they don't like that. They don't like to. They don't like people
bro.
expressing themselves. They
Not
just like,
at all.
Yeah.
They just like robots
Yeah,
doing their job,
yeah.
going home, doing
Like
the
shutting
thing.
up,
That's something I
Shutting
always
up.
thought about players, bro.
It's impossible. Neymar, if not
And
for
then they
this,
wonder why they have no success.
that's what I'm saying. Neymar, if he was not brought up in this generation, I would think people would go absolutely
He
insane
would
for
get
him.
goat shots.
He would get goal shots like insane. For me, Neymar is generational, and I generally I think after Ronaldo, I think if he wins it this year, he has that Ballon d'Or for me. He's gonna get it hopefully.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say like when I think of like Neymar, right, and I think of, like the past generations, like you were saying, I kind of thinking like he's kind of like a Ronaldinho, like the way that he was kind of like out of bounds with like the way he did things, you know, lived his lifestyle right now. And then when I think about it, like Ronaldinho, I guess like he did get bashed, obviously, and his career went like the way it went. But I feel like, you know, if it was like media based, you know, the social media and everything was out, I could see Ronaldinho like having, you know, the same like struggles and things like that Neymar is going through, you know, at the moment.
Oh, Neymar, I think Ronaldinho even struggled more, don't you think?
I feel, but like he came up like early 2000s. So
Are
I
you talking
felt
about from a media aspect?
yeah, media aspect.
media
obviously,
aspect,
yeah, for
100%.
sure. Yeah, of
You
course,
get
like his personal
so
life.
Social media wasn't as big, so
Exactly.
For sure, like previous players definitely profited of that because nowadays there's a lot more pressure on these players. It's just, like, you know, I think the longevity speaks for itself. Neymar's been doing it for 10 plus years.
Exactly.
Because since Sao Paulo, Ronaldinho had only a short aspect. 2-3 years where it was his primes, and he disappeared because he couldn't really handle it. But Neymar, he's still this year. He's ripping it up in the La Liga.
Yeah.
He's killing it. So I think for sure Neymar and Ronaldinho. Who tops it for you guys?
Oof.
I said my tech. I said Neymar.
He said it's safe.
Ronaldo or Neymar? I'm still gonna go Ronaldo. Just because of what Ronaldo's going through right now.
Ronaldinho for me.
Oh, Ronaldinho? My Ronaldinho?
This is a bit past our generation, but
yeah, I would obviously have to say Neymar. Yeah, Neymar. Just because Ronaldinho is like kind of somebody I watched on YouTube, not somebody I watched live. You know what I mean? It wasn't like somebody I watched like.
Yeah, I know it's controversial, but I'm still going with Neymar. 100%.
Yeah.
By the way, I was gonna ask you guys, who do you think is your dark horses for the tournament?
You know, as an African, you know, I like to support my nation.
Of course.
But who do I think is going to be a dark horse? I think Tunisia will surprise people.
Really?
Yeah, that's a.
I never heard that. This is the first time.
Yeah, I think Tunisia will surprise people. But other than that, I think who could be my dark horse? I think Serbia is going to have a good one as well.
Serbia, yeah.
Serbia's
have a good squad.
Serbia has a really
Vlahovic. Is Vlahovic injured?
Yeah, Vlahovic. No, he's playing.
Okay.
Jovic. We can from defenders.
They've got good players.
They got good players. What about yours?
Yeah, I think aren't they playing Brazil on Wednesday, right? They're playing Brazil Wednesday. Yeah.
Their group is tough though, right?
Yeah, it's I think Brazil, Serbia, and let me see.
I don't know how tough it will be, but I feel like they could probably challenge.
Yeah, they could probably challenge it for sure.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
so Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland, and Cameroon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I feel like they could challenge.
They could challenge.
I think Switzerland might be their only tough, battle. But yeah.
Yeah, for me, I would have to agree Senegal.
Senegal,
even with Mane, I was a little bit hesitant, maybe Mane, but I had to remember myself. That squad still has a lot of, Ismail Sarr,
100%.
Cool. They have solid players in each
100%
part of the pitch. So
Exactly. Yeah, I was gonna say Senegal too, and I'm not going to lie to you guys. After the Netherlands and Senegal game, I wouldn't be surprised if Netherlands made a run for this World Cup. Seriously, with the team that they have and whatnot, I don't know. I feel as if obviously they would have to keep their consistency, right? But I feel as if they can make a real run in the
They're
tournament.
looking good. I have a friend who advocates for Netherlands. He's a big
Yeah.
Netherlands fan, so yeah, but they're definitely better. I mean, from the Euros, you know, it was pretty
100%.
disappointing. Very, like, really disappointing from them. But
Because I don't think they participated on the 2018 World
No,
Cup.
they didn't participate.
they
in
didn't
it.
qualify.
They didn't qualify for it, so they got something to prove now.
And they have the same manager from the Brazil World Cup, right?
yeah, Louis Van Gaal.
He's been the manager throughout the whole yeah.
Correct.
I think he got sacked at United back then, and then he came back. Yeah,
Back in 2010, I used to support it.
yeah.
Yeah, they finished third. If you guys remember, it was quite. I was very young at that time, but
Really? What year was this?
it was a South Africa World Cup.
South Africa,
2010.
Oh, yeah, South. Yeah.
And yeah, they
They went to the final. I supported. Yeah, I remember. I supported them for the finals too. Yeah.
there was a third place matchup. Yeah,
Man, that Spain team was
with
just
the Spain team
Yeah.
for the final. Yeah, it was impossible.
That was a dream team. I promise you. Yeah.
that team.
That team was
It was full of legends. Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
impossible to duplicate.
What I was gonna say as well. How do you guys feel about Sergio Ramos? He didn't make the Spanish team.
I was very surprised.
Yeah.
I mean, you could say coming from lack of game time a little bit. I think he was injured from his from coming to PSG. But I feel like just off experience. I mean, he's a World Cup champion. I feel like just off that alone, you should bring that in. So
100%. His
what about De
experience.
Gea? I think De Gea also.
De Gea
Yeah,
was-
De
that was-
Gea didn't make the team. I was very surprised
That
about
was a
that
big
as
blow for
well.
me.
Yeah. I mean, their goalkeeper. I mean, I understand from center backs, they have decent center back, but from keepers, I feel like De Gea is just.
I think that was quite disrespectful in my
Yeah.
opinion. He was not even like summoned in the 55.
In the 55 man.
Yeah,
And that's
that was
Not even on the
bench.
bench or nothing. Yeah.
He chose. He like the coach thinks there's 5 goalkeepers better than him. Especially this year, he proved quite. A
Yeah,
lot of
even
years
if you
wrong.
go on, because most of these selections are from recent form, and
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
recent games he was like doing good. So
Definitely, his people used to criticize his lack of
understandably,
his lack of not playing with the ball with his feet.
yeah,
Because he's usually good with his hands. He just he's the type of goalkeeper that just stays in the
yeah. They
line.
say he's not a modern.
He's not a modern goalkeeper.
Like
but
Neuer,
nowadays,
yeah.
I think I've seen improvements since I'm a Man U
Yeah.
fan and watch all the Man U games. I think since Ten Hag is there, he's improved massively even with his feet. So I think
it's really disrespectful.
I think it's quite disrespectful to chew him off for sure.
Yeah, when going with that, I was basically gonna ask. So like for the World Cup and whatnot, I was wondering like what like player do you feel like would like give really a surprise for the World Cup? Like somebody you would see like making a like a real like shock in the world for like people to like notice and whatnot and continue. Like I feel as if Mbappe kind of did that for like the 2018 World Cup.
He was a young player of the year, if I remember. Right.
Yeah. I feel like Neymar in some way for the 2014 World Cup, but he still had like notice before when he was at Barcelona.
100%.
So like for the 2022 World Cup, who do you feel like would kind of bring like a new buzz to like the soccer world, player wise?
For me, I mean, this may be kind of biased, but I've been Jamal Musiala. I've been a fan of him a lot.
I knew you were going to say that.
He's amazing, bro. Every time I watch him, he's amazing. So I feel like, this is a big stage. Everybody's going to watch him. Not many people pay attention in Bundesliga. You hear some, recognition in Champions League matches, but I feel like in the big stage, he will definitely get a main spot in that team. And I feel like this Germany team is a little bit better from 2018. They had a pretty bad 2018.
Yeah.
They didn't make it out the group stage yet.
Yeah, that was really disappointing.
That curse just hit them, it's every year.
Them, but,
Even this year.
Yeah.
Even this year, I don't think France is going to make
it out the group.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But I feel like,
that curse is real.
Musiala for me.
But how good is he? How good is Jamal Musiala? Like,
To me, I think he's top 2 young talent, top 2, top 3.
really?
Yeah.
Wow. Are you saying in the world or in Bundesliga?
In the world. It might be biased, but just when you watch him play, he's just.
Because I don't watch Bundesliga, so I don't have like I see him a little bit in Champions League.
I mean, even this season he stepped up. Like his contribution
100%.
is amazing. Again, that might be the bias in me, but
I think Bayern fans are saying that he's more influential to the team than Sadio Mane. And as a Bayern fan, how do you feel about that?
Especially because Sadio Mane. So we started him out as a striker, for Lewandowski's replacement, and we felt like he wasn't as effective. And
Yeah.
I think in recent games he started out going out on the wing and he did better. But I mean, yeah, definitely. Jamal Musiala has probably been the most influential player this season for us.
100%. That's a good take.
Yeah, how about you?
For me,
Breakthrough player. Breakthrough player. Who is it? Who is it?
I think it's either Cody Gakpo from Netherlands
Good shot. Yeah.
or Jude. Jude is not really a big shout, but Jude Bellingham, of course.
Yeah.
I think he's
I like
a really
that
good Cody Gakpo take. I think
his contributions. I think he's like
100%.
second in the whole world of talent.
second in the whole world.
Yeah, I mean he scored today too, so he
He scored today too. That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah, it's a good
Cody
shot.
Gakpo, I think that's a good shot for me. And I think he's gonna do well. But his price is gonna go up, and
Yeah.
people that's gonna
I
try
think
to
he's
buy.
linked with you guys. I think. I
Yeah,
heard
he's
that.
linked with Man United.
That's a good signing for you, but yeah.
But we'll see if he's gonna do. If he's gonna live up to the standards. What about you?
For me, I like Saka. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah?
Yeah. He's already doing well, like club wise.
Yeah.
But like, I watched. Did you guys watch the England and Iran game today?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched the first half of the game and it was 3-0, so I just went back to sleep.
Yeah. No
It
comment.
was like I knew it was gonna be blowout.
It was very hard. It was 5
Yeah, I
p.m.
mean,
match.
2 goals for him, so yeah, that's a good shot.
Yeah.
I was very surprised with that scoreline though.
Yeah,
What about you
6-2?
guys?
6-2. Yeah, I mean, I knew it was gonna be not as challenging for them, but 6-2.
Well, yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
I thought it was gonna be a challenge because
Yeah,
they're
you're
the 20th in the world. They're ranked 20th in the world.
I remember the 20. I think it was 2014 World Cup. They played Argentina.
Absolutely.
They almost beat Argentina.
Oh,
Yeah, they were like a very
I
tough
remember,
team.
I think they
Yeah.
did good in their regional cup,
100%.
the Asian Cup.
Yeah.
But I mean,
But they're quite a good team.
From what I'm seeing, I'm not gonna lie. Like, no offense to like my Middle East friends, I don't really see anything going on like in the Middle East, like
yeah.
Iran, Iran, Qatar, Saudi Arabia. I was talking with my dad. We were making a joke to see like what was the scoreline for Argentina and Saudi tomorrow. And I was like, maybe like 6-0, 7-0.
It's gonna be hard, bro. I'm telling you.
Oh my god! I was like, oh my goodness.
I don't think it's not even their players. They're like from Qatar, per se. Like,
They really want them, right?
They bought so many players off of Sudan leagues and all of that.
There's a guy named Pedro, bro.
There's a guy named
Pedro. I don't know if you know. That was Pedro Miguel. Yeah, that's his name, bro.
Oh my god! They're not even Qatari citizens.
They be buying athletes, all of that. I'm telling you.
Like I was actually doing like research and whatnot. You know how much they spent on this World Cup? Almost $200 billion.
That's what I heard too.
200 billion.
Absolutely insane.
The Brazil World Cup was the most at the time. 11 billion only. Only like still a lot of money, but like
No, but
11 to 200 is like ridiculous, right? Like
that's insane.
They got it like that, They got that budget,
They got that all money.
I was actually talking with somebody and they were like, I'm not watching the Qatar World Cup. And they were like, why is that, right? And he was like, what they've done to their workers and whatnot, like slaving them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What do you guys feel about that? Because I'm not like, I didn't really like go in depth with it, but like he was really like passionate about when he was talking. So it's,
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't think that's right with how they're doing with the stadiums and stuff and treating those workers, But still World Cup, still gonna be happy, but I just wish things didn't have to be set up like that.
Yeah. I agree with that. Things didn't have to go that crazy with the unfair wage and all that. But I think their population is only like 500,000.
Yeah, I think so.
Qatar?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I seen it was like 2.9 million.
2.9 million.
Yeah.
2.5 of it is the migrants.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my.
So imagine, like the
my
Qatari nationals are only about 500,000, and the others are there just to work.
Exactly.
And so yeah, it's quite sad that
The population maybe doubled when the World Cup started.
I bet so many people might stay there from their country, bro. Imagine. No, it's a good country though, but I think they'll still manage to do a good job because I feel like their infrastructure was on point. Seeing it from TV and all that, it looks
for the fans. It's going to be amazing
for the fans, especially I think for the players as well. They're staying in like 5-star hotels.
Oh yeah.
Like they're staying in one of them,
I was looking at
top-notch hotels in the world. So like they're getting treated well. I saw like the USA's hotel.
I saw Messi. Yeah, they were posting Messi's hotel. Oh my goodness. I wouldn't mind taking a couple naps there. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm telling you, countries that got the budget are like balling out there because I heard like Germany's hotel has a go-kart track.
Are you serious?
Yeah, genuinely.
Oh my
They went
God.
crazy on
That's
it.
crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my
The
goodness.
amenities in Qatar is just over the moon. So if you've been
They can
to
do
one of those
anything. They can do
million,
anything, bro.
yeah. So like I feel for the players going to be fun,
Mm-hmm.
but the infrastructure is top notch. I don't think any other country will top Qatar in that aspect. But yeah, hopefully he's gonna. The atmosphere, I don't know if it's gonna be there because have you guys heard about the Budweiser ban?
Yeah,
I was gonna talk about that. Yeah, how do you
There's
guys
some
feel
protests
about
about
that?
that too.
Yeah, how do you guys?
I
feel
mean,
about
you know, I feel like, I mean, I don't drink, but like as a rule, I don't think it's that big of a rule. I mean, that impactful of a rule. You know, some people might be cultured to drink and watch the game, but you know, I guess if you're in their country, you might have to respect their rules. So
I agree with that.
you know, it's just beer at the end of the day. You know, you can watch the game without drinking.
Yeah,
For sure. And I was actually talking to my cousin in Ethiopia, right? And he was basically telling me like they were gonna ban it. Like there was no way like alcohol was gonna be there. And I was like, you're lying. Come on. Like there's a lot of money to lose. Like if they don't have that like, advertising.
quite a lot of money.
Exactly, right? And you know, next thing you know, like 3-4 days later, they banned it. So I was like, you know,
I don't think I have a problem with banning the product, the beer, but the way they did it, I think it's just a little shady.
very last
They
minute.
did it very last minute because they got the deal with Budweiser. I think Budweiser's paying FIFA around $750 million.
Serious.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's quite a hefty amount of money. But they didn't. I don't think they banned it outside the stadium. I think
I think just inside the stadium sales.
They banned it.
Yeah. So
And like I know it's like I think they should have probably informed the fans previously, but you just gotta accept certain cultures when you go.
Exactly, right?
You can still watch the game.
They already bought the tickets. So
They can't do that. That's why I feel like they did it.
Yeah, they tricked them, right? A little bit, right?
They
Yeah.
definitely did.
Yeah, but to be honest, like I don't know, how do you guys feel like from the beginning of the World Cup, from like the atmosphere and whatnot? As you're probably seeing a lot of it like on social media and whatnot, right? How do you guys feel about like just at the generalities of like the tournament and whatnot? Do you feel as if this will be like the hype will be like livable like through this, or like?
I feel like the hype is there just given with Messi and Ronaldo, Neymar all being their last World Cups. But I feel like just me personally, if this was in the summer,
Probably
it would have been a lot better. But yeah, I mean, we just have to see how it goes out and see how it results, and then decide from there if this World Cup is good. But
How about you?
Yeah, I think it might be a hit or miss. I think
or
it might
miss,
be
right?
one of the best. Or
we just have to see. That's what
we just have to see. But I hope more fans goes to Qatar and bring that World Cup festivities and all that. We would like to see the atmosphere, but now 15 about a month ago, 15 days ago, we were not seeing that many World Cup shots on social media. But now I think people are really invested in it,
like literally vibing for
are
it.
vibing for it.
Yeah,
and, winter is here as well. You have pretty much nothing to do, but
Yeah, exactly. Semester's almost done. 3 more
semester's
weeks.
almost
So,
done as
yeah.
well.
Yeah, I'm excited to finally watch most of the games.
So 2 weeks straight of football, 2, 3, 4 weeks straight of football. So we go.
And thank God, the first week is during Thanksgiving break, so you know what I mean. We have time to watch the beginning of the
They'll be
World Cup.
fire. They'll be fire.
100%.
Yeah, I was actually talking to a friend who's from Brazil, right? He's basically telling me he went to Brazil over this summer, and you're seeing a lot of the stadiums and a lot of the things from the Olympics and the World Cup just kind of being diminished and just not really being used anymore, right?
Yeah.
And he was telling me he felt as if Qatar was going to be the same thing, especially for the country and the obviously the population and how it's not generally somewhere like a big atmosphere place, stuff like that. So I was like, wow, what do you think is going to happen? And so I did some research, and actually these stadiums, I heard they're foldable kind of thing. They're not stadiums forever. They're temporary.
Really?
Yeah.
So they could just be stored away or just.
From what I read, it was just kind of the stadiums could be shipped off. The stadiums could be shipped off.
Especially one of the stadiums, I think they made it off of containers.
Really?
Yeah,
That's interesting.
They did. That's interesting. So this investment, I think when you said about around $220 billion.
Yeah.
This investment, their infrastructure, they built it for years and years for their population. So some countries, for example, if you remember Brazil, I think they overspent on the stadiums.
Yeah.
And no one could play on the weekday because the league is not that,
Exactly. It's not as big as the Premier League.
That's what I'm saying. They built so many stadiums, and the investment didn't really yield onto something
And it
bigger.
becomes a problem in the
It
country.
really does.
I've heard through people. I mean, Brazilian people are not really happy because they spent so much money, so much investment in that, and less on the infrastructure. Brazil's poverty is a big problem.
100%.
It's probably one of the most highest poverty rates.
100%.
the world. So
But I think Qatar's investment is probably
Qatar is
more smart,
different.
and they do the way they
got
do,
money to
and
waste.
they still can spend that much.
Yeah.
as well,
Yeah.
They virtually have.
I even heard. I think he told me or someone else, but they actually bribed the Ecuadorian players. The
Really?
first game of the World Cup, yeah. I literally
So that was confirmed.
That was confirmed, yeah. They were like, it was a friend. So yeah, I was literally talking to him and he was telling me they bribed some of these players to keep the score just 1-0. To keep it 1-0, not to embarrass them too much. Because they kind of knew, like, if you watch that first game, like, I thought my rec soccer team when I was younger was better than the Qatar national team. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. And I looked too, like, Qatar was actually, like, the champion of, like, I think, like, the Asia or Middle East. Like,
Yeah, I was surprised with that too.
yeah, so, like, it was kind of disappointing, but,
The first team to lose.
they're losing the World Cup
Insane.
beginning, right?
Yeah,
At least they broke some statistics.
They broke some records.
Some record, yeah.
Some records,
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Ecuador was not that much of a good game. But Ener Valencia, he's been true for years.
Yeah.
I've been
Yeah,
on.
he always
yeah.
in the World Cup. He's
He's the guy. He's the guy. He's the truth. And yeah, some people honestly, I've seen people predicting him as a dark horse. So
Dark horse,
generally,
yeah.
Generally,
He's
but
old too, and I'm surprised.
He's pretty old.
He's still in Portugal, right? He plays for
not sure if
Fenerbahce,
he's-
right?
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah,
but not like Fenerbahce
Yeah,
Oh,
Fenerbahce.
in Turkey. Okay.
in Turkey. Yeah.
Well, I guess this is like the end of the first podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. How'd you guys think of it?
Yeah, it was good. I'm excited for next episode.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I want
Very
to keep the fans on like a cliffhanger. So
100%.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna give too much of us because we got a lot more to unpack.
Exactly.
But I got one more question before we wrap
Sure.
this off.
Sure.
So what are you guys wearing? What's your jerseys?
My jerseys out today. I'm
Yeah.
wearing my
You show it to them.
Ethiopian jersey, Ethiopian national team. Unfortunately, we couldn't participate in the World Cup, but
Unfortunately, one day we'll make it.
yeah, one day. Hopefully, next World Cup, Germany.
Euros.
Yeah. How about you? He has the best jersey out of all of us, to be honest.
I just bought it recently, but it's the PSG jersey. But the main thing is at the back.
Let's see. Who do you have?
Neymar jersey.
Wow.
I'm repping Neymar, so
Have they ever worn the jersey in actual play?
They have.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a collaboration with Jordan.
Jordan? Okay,
Yeah,
nice,
so
nice.
PSG, I think they're sponsored by Jordan. So
Yeah, the jerseys are always nice.
yeah, so I had an Argentina jersey, but I wanted to keep.
We
that
can surprise
name
them for
low.
next episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to tell them too much, but
Save that for the final episode.
If they get to the finals,
If they
okay.
get to the finals,
yeah.
Well,
But yeah, I really enjoyed this.
yeah, really glad you guys came.
Goodbye.
Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.